Yep, just got my.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is Henry from Tech Daddy Videos, and we are going to go live with Steve and Terry, who's trying to get on, and we're going to be talking about selling on Amazon for 2019. Want to make sure you guys get a lot of great information tonight. So I'm going to try to attempt to do this, and I need to share my screen. So I'm going to do my screen share and go from there. Hopefully we can get this right. So let me try this real quick, guys. Let me see here. All right, so we should be on right now. Let me try to just get you guys on here. I'm just doing a screen share, so I'm just going to go ahead and go on to Tech Daddy Videos, kind of put that in the background, and go from there. How are you guys doing tonight, by the way?
Pretty good, pretty good. Beautiful weather outside, a little cold, but doing good out here.
Yep,
Doing
okay.
good? Nice.
We got a cold snap coming up also.
There you go. All right. There we go. Put myself in the background. So I see you guys here. Good deal. What we're going to have to do is, guys, we're going to have to sit here and talk about, we're going to be talking about a few things, okay? So I'm just going to kind of put this in the background just so we have something in the background there. And
sure.
We were going to be talking about selling on Amazon for 2019, making sure that you guys are up to speed on new sellers that are trying to sell on Amazon, give them a little piece of advice, and you know, let them know pretty much what they're going to need to do, especially as new guys. I cannot see the comments. I can't see who's on. So if you guys want to just go ahead and go on to YouTube and monitor that for me if you can. Terry, can you do that for me?
Yeah, I can see him. We got Imran is on and Forbidden Identity. Hey, guys.
All right, cool. Maybe I can actually do that too. Yeah, live now. So I can probably put that in the background and kind of see that also.
Okay. Hey, guys.
So, all right. So I will go ahead and put that there. So, oh yeah, there they are. Pretty much have them right there. Hola, Santana. So we're going to be talking about, you guys can see me okay, by the way?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're going to be talking about selling on Amazon and trying to get familiar with, you know, just getting products in and learning about Amazon and learning, you know, what accounts to start out with and so forth. You know, we always want to make sure that you guys are on the right track. We are coming into the fourth quarter, and we're actually in the fourth quarter and coming in December. So you're going to have roughly around 20 days of selling and just pounding it out there, getting it ready and sell your butts off for December. But what happens after that? What happens after the 25th when everything hits a brick wall? I mean, where do we go from there? So we're going to be talking about that. Plus, we want to talk about the updates. We want to talk about what you guys are doing, how you guys are doing, and so forth. So, Steve, if you want to kind of take over on that, give us an update. I chose Steve and I chose Terry as partners to sit there and get a private label product. And so we want to make sure that we fill them in and let them know what's going on, especially on YouTube, and how you guys are doing, where you're at, and where you are going. So if you want to take over on that, that would be great.
Okay, there. Where we're at now, we have our product. Our supplier has notified us that our product is ready to be shipped. In fact, we're in the process of getting the tracking information from the supplier, and we can't wait to get our product in our hands to thereby feed it to the Amazon FBA Center. So right now we're just waiting to receive our products finally.
Right. Okay. So, did it take a while for you guys to get this product? I mean, Terry, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Yes, I agree with Steve that it took us about a month to go through the product research, pick out the right criteria that fit our needs, and pick out a product and contact the supplier overseas and get that get the criteria down with that, and then pick out a what do you call it, the cover for the box of the get the box down, and so that's what we're waiting on now, is to get that approved and sent over.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the box itself and getting that done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we ran into a snag with the Chinese holiday, and they basically closed down for a week or 10 days, and we hardly even got communication. And then when they got back online again, you know, they tell us that this happens every year, or China basically shuts down. It's kind of like one of our holidays, I guess. But the factory shut down, everything. There's no commerce at all between us and China, I guess. And now they're back online, and that was part of the snag that we hadn't planned on.
Right. Okay. So we're going to be talking Q&A tonight, and I'm only going to be answering questions that are related to Amazon. So if you guys do have a question, feel free to ask. Now is the time to ask when we are live, and we will be more than happy to answer the question, whether it's me or Steve or Terry. I'll be monitoring the messages and make sure that you guys are professional at all times. You know, that's something that I really encourage. So, you know, keep it at a minimum as far as anything else. So, well, we were just talking about getting ready for 2019. So getting ready for 2019 to me means that you guys, if you're brand new sellers, you're interested in selling on Amazon, then, you know, part of it has to do with training. You guys have to go out there and get the proper training for that, and make sure that you have a direction to go to. And so, you know, one of the things that, you know, we get is I'm going to be talking about tonight is some of the frequently asked questions when people are starting to sell on Amazon. For example, I'll ask the question, and hopefully Terry or Steve can answer from their experience and what have you. So I do have a few questions, you know, as far as what somebody would ask. Now, one of the questions is, what account do I get? Do I get an individual account, or do I get a professional account? And maybe one of you guys can chime in on that and see where you guys went with that, and kind of help out with that. And if you guys have any questions, right now is the time to go ahead and ask, and we'll be more than happy to read the question and online, and then answer that also. Okay.
Well, I can start out by saying you can choose either one, individual or the professional. However, there's a big difference between the individual and professional, not only in price, but what you get for it. You're going to ultimately have to get the professional. I believe that's the only way that you can do pay-per-click advertising, and there's a lot of other features that you're going to want to have. You can start out crawling if you want to, or walking, so to speak, with the individual, but as soon as you can, you want to switch to the professional, The professional is, I believe it's still $39.95 a month.
Yeah.
It's well worth the difference. Maybe Henry can explain the difference of the two. I really forget exactly what it is.
Well, the individual account itself is for somebody who's just selling a few pieces here and there, and then they get charged per item when they go out there and sell that particular product. Now, if you're doing, for example, Amazon FBA program, you're sending products in, you are required to have a professional account. Yeah, and so you have to sign up for a professional account. That kind of handcuff you there because you can't send products into Amazon with an individual account. That's just basically somebody's just starting out, maybe selling 1 or 2 pieces. They don't want to get that monthly service charge. And so, but in reality, you will probably experience the $39.95 for the first month, and that's it. If you start selling a product, it gets taken out of your funds anyway, and you really don't miss it if you're starting to sell and you're starting to make money. You're not even going to miss the $39.95. So
just look at it as a cost of doing business. It's you have to get to that point.
Exactly.
You're stymied without it.
Exactly. So,
yeah, I just want to say, Henry, that like Steve said, when I got first got started, I was doing retail arbitrage, and I started out with the individual account, and I started out that way, got my feet wet, sent some things in, and then came across your program, and ultimately just went from there and got into your course and took off from there. But you're right, you have to be a professional member at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. So just so you guys know, I get a lot of questions when it comes to corporations, and do you need a corporation in order to start up with Amazon before you even start the Amazon business? And a lot of guys out there will push getting a corporation, and maybe you guys can kind of fill that in as far as the insight on that, your experience with that. Do you have a corporation now, or you don't, or do you need one? So we'll go ahead and start off with Steve on that one. And
yeah, absolutely, you do not need a corporation when you start out. In fact, I probably went well into my second year before I actually formed a corporation. Now I have an LLC. My accountant also advised me, as you increase your sales, it becomes much more cleaner if you can separate yourself, meaning your business and your personal life. It's so important from an accounting perspective. Most good CPAs will lead you in that direction. So, but the answer is no. Start out small, get your feet wet, get some sales, learn the procedures of how to list your products and things like that. And you're going to run into some snags here and there. But most of it is explained in Henry's course, and you're going to make mistakes along the way, but don't be afraid of the mistakes. Everyone makes them.
Right.
And then you graduate. You graduate as you grow. And as you graduate, then you start thinking of things like a business checking account, an LLC corporation, trademarking, branding. That's a growing process. But no, do not start out that way.
Okay. So when you started out, did you get like a seller's permit, a sales permit? Did you get anything like that when you guys started out? Did you get a business account? These are things that I kind of teach in my training anyway, but I want to hear it from you guys since you are new. I mean, I'm sure, you know, I've been in this business for 11 plus years now. And so it's harder for me to sit there and talk about what a new guy can go through because of all the changes that Amazon does. I mean, as you guys know, Amazon changes their policies like they're
Yeah.
like they're eating different dinner every single day. You know, they're just constantly. You have to stay on top of it. I'm going to get to some of you guys' questions. We're going to be, getting this real quick, and then I definitely will get to some of you guys' questions. Keep them coming, and then we'll go ahead and read them off as they come along. But go ahead there, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have a seller's permit, or in some states, it's just called a sales tax license. You go into you could actually just type it into Google and say sales tax license, Arizona, Florida, whatever state you're in. You'll see, you can click on the link right there. You give them some pertinent information, name, address, things like that. If you have a company name, they're going to ask you the name of the company, things like that. And you can fill out 9 times out of 10, you do it right online. Most states, it's free.
Yes, I mean,
my state in Florida, it was absolutely free. I had my actual license. They actually mailed me the license, but they gave me my number on an email. So I had my sales tax number that I could feed into my Amazon back office, because that's one of the questions they ask you when you're setting up your account. What is your license number? And they'll either call it a sales tax license or a seller permit or something along that line.
Got it.
Yeah. Yes. Here in Nevada, it's a sales tax ID number. And I just recently got that a couple of months ago. So I do have that available. And I use that in my, on my listings now, and signed up for a PayPal account. So I just recently got my card.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So let's talk about that card real quick, because that's very important. That's something that a lot of people don't do. So when you're trying to protect yourself, especially when you're have product that you're going to be buying from overseas, you don't want to get ripped off or anything. You definitely want to use your PayPal debit card. And anybody who signs up for PayPal, obviously you cannot use it for Amazon. Okay, Amazon will not allow the debit card, nor they will allow any type of business that has to do with PayPal. They're like total enemies. So you can't use it on Amazon, but you can use it when you purchase your products from overseas. And I do it all the time. A lot of the suppliers or manufacturers, what they'll do is they'll charge you a 5% fee for using PayPal. So you don't have to tell them you're using PayPal at all. All you simply do is get a debit card and you tell them, I'm going to use my Visa or MasterCard. And that's how you can get away with the PayPal fee, by sitting there and saying, I want to use my Visa. And then you also want to use the trade assurance, especially if you're going through Alibaba. Always use the trade assurance and always keep yourself covered that way. Just in case that product doesn't make it to your front door, then you are protected. For example, we have products that are coming to Steve and Terry, and if that product gets seized at customs for any reason, we pay through the debit card, and we were able to sit there and purchase, $7,000 worth of product, and literally go out there and if it doesn't show up, we get our money back. Just because there's a tracking number that gets involved, and you can always file the claim with PayPal because you use their debit card. If anything I could tell you guys that are brand new, definitely protect yourself, protect your money, and make sure that you guys are covered when you are, especially on your first purchase, your second purchase, or any purchase for that matter. You want to make sure that you are covered on all bases. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Canada, Australia, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself a debit card. Most of the time when people sign up for PayPal, they have nothing in there, but you can always call PayPal and say, hey, I like a business debit card, especially if you have a business account, or I like to have a debit card, and they will send it to you within 10 days. Hopefully you should have one. Okay. But that's a good point, Terry, to bring up.
I just got mine. I need to activate it, but you're so right, Henry, especially if you're doing transactions with overseas suppliers, you want to have a separate account. that's you can use as a checking towards your business account.
Yes.
But it's separate and it's not connected in with your banks. So it's totally safe. But yeah, PayPal is the only way to go.
Absolutely.
I ran into that situation myself. I guess when I was starting out, that I bought a product from Alibaba and it was not as advertised. I contacted the supplier and said, look, this isn't what I paid for and I ordered. And it went back and forth and back and forth. And basically they stuck to their guns. And I filed a trade assurance claim and I got paid 100%. I had to prove basically what they sent me versus what they advertised. And that's all I did. I took a picture of what they sent me versus what they showed on the Alibaba site. It was not a match and I got a refund.
There you go. Perfect.
So it does work.
All right. So in 2019, are you guys looking forward to that? I mean, as far as products and everything else, are you guys pretty excited about that? Because really, technically, we only have about 30-something days left for 2018 to be selling on Amazon, and then the whole new year starts. And this is the exciting time for me because this is where I go to work in January. While everybody else is sitting on their ass, not doing a damn thing, feeling sorry for themselves because they didn't make sales in December or what have you, because they sold toys and the competition was there. This is where I come in and I expose the products and get the products to sell throughout the whole year. In January is where I start. And so Steve and Terry were able to pick a product that is an all year round product. And I'm pretty excited about that because it's not just something that is seasonal. And I teach you guys, do not sell seasonal products because that's exactly what they are, seasonal. And that's why I give you guys a product every single month for you guys to look at and buy and sell and make money off of. And so are you guys looking forward to the first quarter? I mean, is it something that you guys are pretty excited about?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait to get it's next week for us, hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing well with our original product. And this particular product, I know we're up against the Christmas rush and all that, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're probably going to get some Christmas sales because it's a all around yearly product, but it really doesn't matter. I think it's something that we're going to sell every month of the year.
Yes.
And that's why we chose that product.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it myself, Henry. That way the rush of the fourth quarter is over. All the excitement, the dust is settled. And then for the sellers that are still there, and like you and I and Steve, we're just going to keep on going and making things happen and sitting in new products and just having a new fresh start. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Now, what about the training? Do you feel that people should be trained to go into Amazon, or do you feel that they should just go in there blinded or just, try to sell on their own? Can you guys?
No, I don't think you can do that anymore. I think the Wild West days are over. I'm fortunate enough that along the way, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I compare courses. I took a competitor's course and I've taken Henry's course, but I've never had the mentorship that I have with Henry. And I never been able to reach somebody like I can reach Henry. Every member that is on his in his program can call him on the phone. You cannot do that with anybody. And it is a completely different animal.
Have you taken any?
Have you doing it on your own? No, I don't think you can do it today.
Have you taken any other courses besides mine?
Yeah. In fact, I was telling Terry before we started, I got an email today, said that it basically got some good news and some bad news. And we'll start out with the bad news is your course ownership is expired.
I see.
And your year is up.
Okay.
And I'm like, first of all, I didn't know it was a year. That was not explained on the front end properly.
Wow.
But on top of that, they said the good news is you can continue for another year for almost $1,000.
Wow.
I'm like, wait a minute. And then on top of that, if you want to be a so-called lifetime member, it's quite a few $1,000. I'm like, no.
Wow.
No, this is just not right.
No.
And when you reach the point that I'm at, that's another thing. You have to, through Henry's course and through experience of my mistakes along the way, I've reached the point now that I don't need something like that anymore. I've learned the ropes. I've taken the course. I know how to make a listing. I know PPC. I mean, I'm still learning. Every day's a learning process, but you're going to reach the point that you get some sales and you have some confidence. Yeah, I revert back once in a while, but I'm basically on my own now. I have the knowledge.
Right.
I couldn't have gotten it without your course, I'll tell you that.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
Let me get it here, guys.
Yep.
I just want to say you can't do this without a mentor, and I can't tell you how blessed I was to meet Steve and Henry. And a few months ago, Henry was coming down to Las Vegas, and he says, Terry, I'm going to be in Las Vegas. Why don't you come on down and visit him? Which is what I did. I took my granddaughters, Bella and Gabby. We went down in about a half-hour drive.
Beautiful kids, by the way.
Spent, thank you. Spent a couple hours with Henry, and I can't tell you, Henry's a genuine guy. He's very nice.
And thank
honest,
you.
Good guy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And just so you guys know, I am doing training videos with Steve and Terry. So I'm going to be, when we get our product, when we get their product next week, I'm going to be taking another trip down to go see Terry in Las Vegas. So I'm going to be taking the product up to them, and then we are going to be showing you on video the process of how we go about sending this product into Amazon through Terry's eyes. Terry's going to do everything. I'm going to be filming him, and that's going to be part of my course also. In my Amazon A to Z course. So when you get my Amazon A to Z course, if you have my Amazon A to Z course, that is going to be included as brand new videos for 2019. You're going to have that, and you're going to see them every step of the way doing what I taught them to do. Instead of them just watching my video, I'm going to be with Terry. We're going to be in his home. We're going to be recording, and it's going to be unedited. And, you're going to hear everything, and we're going to go for it. And
you'll never see that in a competitor's video.
No. And that's something that I wanted to do anyway, just because it's always best when you see it through somebody else's eyes, not just somebody just telling you and teaching you, but at the same time, you'll be able to understand and have the same questions and what have you. And so, with that being said, I just want to say hi to everybody while we can. I do see quite a few people on right now. So if you have not said hello, please say hello. Let us know that you're on. And if you have a question, now is a good time to ask the questions. I see quite a few questions. We're going to be answering those. So let's go ahead and say hi to Imran, Forbidden Identity, Santana, Paul, hey, what's going on? The other names I can't even pronounce. Tajuri something, he says hi. Fuad, Amazing Mickey from Japan is here. Jose Torres just signed up, as a matter of fact, and he's an official member now. Or I'm sorry, Jose. Jose Villalobos is his official member. Just signed up, I think, a couple days ago. As a matter of fact, glad to see you back on. Forbidden Identities here. And so let's get to some of the questions that these guys are asking. Amazing Mickey says, how many pieces you order for test a product and if it sells well? Well, I'll let Steve answer that. When we go and we have a first product that you're going to be testing out on the market, how much product should you be trying to get from the manufacturer, the distributor for your first time order? Go ahead, Steve.
Well, there's two ways of doing it. Number one, if you're selling something that you're in competition with, meaning a competitor is selling 9 times out of 10 the same product, don't waste your time buying it from the manufacturer. Buy the competitor's product. It's cheaper. You're not getting it from China. Just go on Amazon, buy 1 or 2 of those products, test it out, look at it, get it in your hands, look it over. Then when you're dealing with the manufacturer, if you want to make some changes, if you want to strengthen it, if you want to change the color, then you might want to get a test product mailed from the manufacturer. But I would not get more than a couple of them if you have to.
Right.
But sometimes you don't. You just buy it on Amazon.
There you go. And if you want to buy some sample products, you can. And it's the best way to do is just piggyback off that particular product just for a little bit. I mean, if you're selling 1 or 2 or 3 items, then see if it sells. And if it doesn't, then you kind of move on to the next thing. Forbidden Identity says, can I get a reseller permit if my business is set up in Canada? Honestly, I don't know the Canadian rules and I don't know their laws. You're asking the wrong person when it comes to that. I can tell you here in the United States, you can go to your local government and apply online, and most of them are free, and you're able to get that right online within a couple of minutes. Okay. Jose Torres, question. I listed my products with the logo or patch on the products so nobody scam me, but my actual products I sent to Amazon's FBA don't have it. Is that a problem?
No, just put it on the next order.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, listen, Jose, when you have a logo, it is very important to have the logo on your listing. Okay. As far as your product is concerned, I wouldn't really be too concerned about, if you missed the logo and on your box or what have you, that's different, but if you have it on your listing, that's where you want it. You want to have beautiful pictures on your listing and make sure your logos, if you have a logo, put the logo there, and that's where it really, really counts. Okay.
Another way to save money on that, just to add to it, is when you get the product mailed to you from your supplier, you can use a company like Sticker Mule. Mm-hmm. Buy the stickers, have a logo made up, get the stickers from Sticker Mule, and just stick it on your product before you send it into Amazon.
Right. That's it. That's a good, cheap.
Don't have to worry about your listing. Like Henry's right. Just put it on your listing. But the next time around, add the stickers to it. Don't pay the manufacturer to put it on. If you can, it's going to be expensive. But I mean, just buy the stickers and put it on the product. Works the same way.
Right. Okay. Jose says, how was the Black Friday sales? Black Friday sales were pretty good. For some people, they may not have been. It just depends what you're selling. If you're selling a product that is out of season or something, then sales probably a little slower. But if you're selling products that people are looking for, so for example, Christmas time, sales are going to be booming, which they're starting to pick up and getting better and better as the months go along. So, so Black Friday sales are usually pretty good. All right. What about Forbidden Identity says, what about product insurance? Okay. Now, product insurance you really don't need. You're kind of covered through Amazon when it comes to selling on Amazon. But as far as product insurance, look, Amazon gives 100% money back guarantee to all their customers. Doesn't matter if they dislike it 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the road. If they go over there and say, I want my money back, then they're going to send you a nice little letter saying he wants to return the product. So you always want to make sure that you have great products and good quality products, because if you don't, then you're going to start running into issues and problems. But you do not need product insurance because, you know, you're selling it just to get rid of it. And really, there's nothing that you could possibly have unless it's something that's just going to be, you know, swallowed or put on your body. I'd be careful about that. But when it comes to product insurance, you don't really need it. Because if they don't like it, they're going to ask for their money back, and you're going to have to give them their money back. They're going to have to send that product right back to you. So, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Henry. If you're buying it to keep it for personal use, maybe, but if you're buying it to resell it, like you say, it's protected by the Amazon contract anyway. So either way, they'll get their money back.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're not happy with it. So.
Tajir says, I live in Canada. I'm interested in your courses. How do I go about it? Steve, you want to take over on that?
Yeah, I mean, Henry's course will work worldwide. I mean, he has, I think it's amazing. Nikki lives in Japan, doesn't she?
He,
I mean, that's one
yeah,
of his students.
yeah, that's he. That's he's from Japan. And then I have a few people. I have people from all over the place, whether they're in Canada or Mexico. I have them all over the place. Sweden, Australia, China, New Zealand, Ireland. I can keep going on and on. My courses go all over. They're all over the world, and because they apply to all the Amazon platforms, and doesn't matter if you're selling in Japan or if you're selling in Australia. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. So okay, so Mango Closet, I'm excited. Mango Closet says, so we are piggybacking on the product of the month? Absolutely not. You want to get your own. The product of the month that I give out every single month is an idea for you guys to sit there and go, okay, this is what sells. This is what's making money. I give you the proof. I show you figures, how much money that particular product is making. And for example, I have my last month's product and it does around $40,000 a month. You know, just so gives you an idea. Now you can work around that idea. You can try to sell the exact same thing if you like, but you never piggyback. The reason why you don't piggyback is because, especially on products that you're going to be long-term, is because when you go out and try to advertise that particular product, you're going to be kind of sharing that product, and your advertising dollars are just going to go way up. I mean, Steve and Terry can vouch for that. You know, you want to kind of stay off the piggyback train when you're selling a lot of products, especially products that are Amazon's FBA or private label. You do not want to piggyback off of that.
If Henry, just to add to that, if Henry is giving you the product, the only people that really know what that product is are members of his course. So look at it this way. You might be hurting another member piggybacking on that item also. Yeah, absolutely. That's probably the only other person that has a new listing up there because Henry suggested it. Look at it that way too. Yeah, absolutely. That's like an unwritten code of ethics. You don't do that.
Yeah. Piggybacking basically is for people who just have one or two products. They just want to kind of get rid of it. So what they'll do is they'll go and they'll piggyback off somebody else's listing who has maybe 100 or 1,000 reviews, and it'll sell like that, you know, instead of you having a brand new product with no with no reviews or what have you. It's a little bit more difficult. But, you know, we can vouch, and I'm sure Steve can vouch for this. His feedback ranking is a 4.8 out of 5 stars. Now, if he had a brand new product that he was just going to sell, he really doesn't need reviews because they're going to be going off of his feedback and how good he performs as a seller. And so I'm sure these guys, Steve, you have a product that you sell with no reviews and still have sales on them, correct?
Yes, absolutely. And the way I got a lot of those reviews, by the way, are just products. Starting out, I went to Walmart and places like that. I didn't do the private label, so I basically did what would you call it? Retail arbitrage.
Retail arbitrage, yes.
And I build up the reviews and I build up the customer feedback, and that's how I started to build up my ranking and climb the ladder, so to speak. But now I've graduated. I really don't want to do that anymore because the private label is the way to go. The model is repeatable. It's dependable. It's what do you call it? While you're asleep, you're making money. It's true. I mean, I get up in the morning and I turn my computer on, and during the evening I might have sold some products, and that doesn't work with that other model.
Isn't that a good feeling, though? Isn't that a great feeling to wake up?
It's a wonderful feeling. But the other model is it's labor intensive. Yeah. Number one, sure you have a risk, but the risk reward ratio makes it work. I mean, take a chance.
Exactly. Nathan Singh, hey guys, what's up there, Nathan? How you doing? Lily Camacho, hi guys, great job, appreciate that. Loli, what's up there, Loli? A faithful follower, Loli, and she is a student. Panero Ryder, hello gentlemen, checking in from the ATL. Yes, great. And Nathan Singh, how long does it take to complete your program for a total beginner? Thanks. You want to answer that, one of you guys?
Yeah, Terry.
Yeah, it depends on you. I mean, you can jump in with this with both feet and do your own product research. Sign up for first of all, you want to sign up for Henry's membership and go through his A to Z course and learn all you can. And if you have any questions, contact Henry. But you just want to jump in, get your feet wet. But it all depends on you how much you want to put into it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're working full time, you're going to probably do a couple hours after work. But you want to do a couple hours a day, every day, and just dedicate a couple hours to it. But it all depends on you and how fast you want to grow.
There you go.
Now, once you take the course, or as you take the course, I should say, you'll be frothing at the bit. You'll be like, geez, I want to do something. I think but just chill. There's a process involved here, and you have to take it in baby steps and go at your own pace. And what's great about it is this course is you can always go back to a session and learn it over again.
Exactly. Yeah, so great question there, Nathan. I appreciate that. And Riley Camacho's, Lily Camacho. Hi, guys. Ryan from Las Vegas. Joe John.
Person. I know who that is.
You know who that is. All right. Are you guys go have lunch together? What's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe Josh says, hi. It says, we can sell homemade products. I'm sure you can. And that's probably a good, you can probably sell homemade products. There's other websites that you can sell homemade products that are really, really good. But Amazon, here's the thing with Amazon. What happens if that homemade product really starts to take off? Are you willing to sit there and make homemade products constantly? Because I've told people once before, once you get on that train and that snowball is just coming down that hill, that train better haul ass, because that snowball is going to wipe you out. And that snowball are sales. Okay. Yeah. Because you may have 10 sales a day and all of a sudden next week you have 25 sales a day. And that's how it works sometimes. Just depends what product you have. So if you have a very good product and it's a homemade product, get ready to work if that product is going to be popular and it's going to start to sell really well. All right. Javier Rivera. Hi, Henry. What's up there, Javier? Jose Torres says, thank you. And Louis M says, sup, peeps? What's happening there, Louis? thanks for the clarification. Mango says, Jose Villalobos, it took me 3 days, but I was dedicated to it and took notes and went back to reference on some stuff. I'm already negotiating with suppliers. Whoa, that's pretty good. Jose Villalobos says, it could be frustrating communicating with the Chinese suppliers sometimes. Yes, it can. You know, here's the thing. You have to make sure that, you know, when you talk to a supplier, just get somebody who could speak really good English, or ask if anybody speaks good English, and you can kind of communicate that way. Make sure that you're communicating one-on-one. Make sure you're communicating with them over either chat or instant message. Don't email these guys, because it does take a long time for you to get a response back. Okay, so good questions, guys. I appreciate that. So, you know, we're going to be talking about inventory removal coming up, the long-term storage fees. That's going to be coming up in January. So make sure that you guys get ready for that. If you are selling products already and not doing too well in sales, and you have a lot of inventory, make sure you get that out. Amazon does give out a free inventory removal at the beginning of the year, usually in January. And that gives you an opportunity to get your product out for free and get it right back to you. Okay, whether your listing is bad or something's going on with it, you can always get that product back and turn around and resend it back in, or sell it merchant fulfilled if you like. What do you guys think about that?
Absolutely, I've done it myself. It's you only get a few opportunities a year to do that, and I think January, you're correct.
Yes,
is one of the times. I think they charge you 50 cents an item normally.
Yes.
If you don't do it in January, but anytime you get that free stuff or a chance to ship it back to you free, take that opportunity. Reduce your inventory.
Reduce it. Least. Yes, and it will tell you in the back end as far as inventory. Make sure that that is you keep an eye on that. That is a long-term storage, and just keep an eye on that. If that is in your back office, you're able to look at that and make sure that that is in check, because if not, that can catch up to you and they can get you on a lot of fees. There's a lot of things that are being changed now with Amazon. Even we were talking the other day about the seller hotline, calling in if you had a question or something as a seller. Now you can't do that. You literally have to use an app to request a phone call back. You can't call in to Amazon. I know here in California you can't, but yeah, it's a little bit more difficult now as far as trying to get in touch with some of these customer service reps for Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've tried calling Amazon recently, and like Henry said, it goes to a voicemail or recording telling you of their new program. So you got to go to the Seller Central or to the Amazon website and
request
a phone call from there.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know whose smart idea that was, but it just makes it a little bit more complicated for sellers now. And so everything is through email. It's always been through email, and that's the frustrating part about a Fortune 500 company, is that they can't even talk to each other. Everything is through email, and they create cases for everything. Case number this, case number that. And so that's why you kind of need, somebody to kind of show you and teach you what you should be doing and how you should be going about there and doing it, because it could be very frustrating. It gets very frustrating as a new seller. And so, you want to make sure that you have all the training that you can possibly get. And there's a reason why I leave my phone number on top of all my videos, is because I want you guys to give me a call. This is what I do. Give me a call. I'll answer. I'll pick up the phone and talk to you for a few seconds and answer your questions. Maybe you have a question about the course and you're just not sure. Feel free to give me a call. I will pick up the phone. If I don't pick up the phone, I'm usually on the phone with somebody else anyway. So just leave me a voicemail with the number I can call you back at. I'll be more than happy to call you right back. All right. Jose says, would you recommend to hire someone on Fiverr for making your listings? Huh. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
No. Get your feet wet. Try it yourself. Make the mistake. You'll learn from it. Believe me. You can tweak it. You can always tweak it.
That's right.
That's another thing. January, when the sales drop off, or February, that's the time to go back into your listings and figure out what's wrong with it. Tweak your listings then. That's the time to do it.
And just so you know, Jose, what I did today, if you go into the private Facebook group, our private Facebook group, I uploaded a video today on Fiverr, on how to use Fiverr and what to look for on Fiverr. So that is in our private Facebook group. And so those are for members and who paid for the course. They are allowed to go into the private Facebook group by acceptance of me. And so since you are a member or a brand new member, feel free to go into the private Facebook group, and then you will see it right there in the top post. And I talk about Fiverr. I did that with Steve and Terry today while we were doing some training today. Yeah. I went ahead and somebody had asked a question, and we showed them how to do that on Fiverr. So I guess they were looking for something like 3D rendering pictures or something. I don't know.
I would use it for the pictures right off the bat.
Yes.
But I would not let someone make my listing. You have to learn that process.
Yes. And it's in the training too. I show you exactly how to do that, how to create a title, a perfect title, how to create descriptions, bullet points, and, search terms and keywords, and that's all in there. So take a look at that, and it should be in the $495 course also. And the $295 course, there's some information there also. There's well over 100 videos.
I just want to tell the guys and Jose that there's definitely a learning curve you've got to go through. You can't just jump in and think you're going to make a listing or pick a product right away. There's some trial and error involved. Make a listing. You're going to mess up. Take it down or modify it. But there's a learning curve you're going to go through. It could take 6 months. It could take a year. It just depends on you. But you will go through it.
Yes. Yeah. Eduardo Rosa says, hello, guys. Welcome, Eduardo. Loli says, the A to Z training is very complete and easy to make your own listing. Nice. True. Thank you very much, Loli. Appreciate that.
Very true.
And, here's a good example. Steve, Steve took the course and we picked that up, right? I'm sorry, it wasn't Steve. It was Terry. Terry was brand new. And he started selling products. And then after he took the course, he started selling the products. And let them know how you're doing now with your products. I mean, you creating your own listing, because that's exactly what you had to do. You had to create your own listing for your product, and tell everybody how you're doing now as far as sales are concerned with your particular products.
Well, in the beginning, as any new seller, you're going to have trial and errors, but my product started out slow. I made my listing, had some problems with it, made the corrections necessary, sales increased, and I'm still learning. It's still a learning process. And I'm making a listing for other products that I'm working on. And so it's you just got to jump in and get your feet wet and learn all you can. But it's a learning process. And the more you get involved, the more you learn, the better, easier it gets.
Are you making more sales now than you were before?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The sales are coming in each day. They're coming in more and more. Like we talked about earlier, it's nice to wake up in the morning and look at your computer and look at your phone and say, hey, I made some sales last night while I was sleeping. So you know that passive income is doable. You just got to, if you do it once, do it again and just keep doing it. And pretty soon you'll be able to replace your 40 hours a week with, your 50 a week doing Amazon.
Absolutely. And so how do you feel about making your listings now as opposed to before? Are you more comfortable with it?
Yeah, the first time I did it, I was wanting to call you, and I said, no, let me figure this out. But you're always there if I need you. And I just put it up, but it doesn't have to be done all in one day.
No.
You can just do the listing, the heading, the title, go back, you maybe do the bullet points the next day, and then do your back-end keywords, work on your photos last. There's no rush. Just keep work on it step by step, and eventually you'll work out the tweaks, and it'll come out right, and that'll be what you want.
Awesome. Awesome. And Loli says, and with the photos, I tried Fiverr and was not too happy with it. I'll be doing my own pictures from now on. Yeah, I mean, some people like Fiverr, some people don't. It just depends who you get. You know, you may get a good person, you may not get a good person. I like to do my own photos. I have my own photo tent. I have my own lighting, LED lighting. I have my own turntable, so I put the products on there, take the pictures with my camera, and upload them directly from the app, and it come out perfect. I mean, I did one where I just had dessert, and I was just playing around with it, and I had the dessert like a yogurt dessert, what have you. And I took a picture of it in the photo tent, and I was amazed how nice that came out. It looked so good, but it wasn't something that I was going to put on Amazon. I just took a picture of it, and I was like, wow. This thing came out sharp, and I was really impressed with that. So, you know, even your own camera that you have, your own camera phone nowadays, they have, you know, many pixels where they take beautiful pictures, and, you know, you're able to upload them into your Amazon app, or upload them to your computer, and then go from there onto your Amazon listing. Okay. All right. Panero Ryder says, do the gentlemen prefer to ship their items to Amazon to deal with, or prefer to ship out themselves? So do you prefer to ship merchant fulfilled or fulfilled by Amazon? Terry, you go ahead and start with that, and then Steve, you can finish up with that.
Well, I like to do a little bit of both. You can send some in and do a little bit of both, and see which one generates the most amount of profit for you. Amazon will charge you some fees for shipping it out to the customer for you, but you got advantages with that, or you can ship it from your home. Just do a little bit of both and see which one you prefer.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I find that I like doing both, but I will say that as your sales start to grow, you're going to find that the FBA overall, I think, is a much stronger way to do it, simply because customers prefer FBA over merchant fulfilled. Also, when you see that Prime badge, it means a lot to the consumer.
Yeah.
But if you have a product that you're lean on margin, as far as your profitability goes, I mean, you look at it, let's say you got 100 pieces and you're trying to run down your inventory, and your margin is lean on the profit, until you can raise that price, then continue with the FBA, make the profit, get your sales up, and you will find that sales feed on themselves. And you might even be able to tweak your product price and then go up and use FBA more. But FBA, they just do a great job. I don't know what else to say about it. Yes, there are fees, but repeat sales are great, especially when you're in bed at night.
Yeah, exactly. You know, here's the thing: it's kind of I can't really explain it other than if you send your products into Amazon's FBA program, you're going to be in front of the Prime members who get free shipping. Okay, so sales tend to be a little better when you send your products in because they get exposed to the Prime members. If you're merchant fulfilled, your products do not get exposed to the Prime members. they only get exposed to the members that are looking for it, and the Prime members really don't get to see it because it's not, Amazon's not pushing it. They're not out there pushing it. Now, if you have a really good feedback score and your metrics are great, then you can apply for the Prime badge for Merchant Fulfilled, and you'll be able to get that Prime badge, and that Prime badge shows in front of your product, and then that's when you get exposed as a Merchant Fulfilled person to have that product in front of the Prime members. And so there's two ways of actually doing it, but you have to have a really good account and you have to have quite a bit of sales for you to get that Prime badge and get that exposed out there. And you can lose that Prime badge at any time. If you get too many complaints or something, they will take it away because you have to be within that matrix in order to have that. So, it's I personally will send 85% of my products into Amazon's FBA, and 15% I'll be doing Merchant Fulfilled. That's how I would do it. So, you good? Okay. All right. Hey, well, this has been great, guys. I appreciate that. And, you know, again, this is what we're kind of looking for 2019. Make sure that you guys have the training. Get ready for the first of the year. Seriously, if anything I can tell you guys is make sure you get the training to start off right. I am pushing products every single month. Every single month, I give you a brand new product in my Amazon A to Z course so you guys can sell. That is like the #1 question that people have asked me. What sells on Amazon? And I have to tell them everything sells on Amazon, but there are a few items that are little gold nuggets that really separate you from anybody else. And if you know exactly what to look for, you know how to find them, then it just makes things a lot easier. And that's why I do the training that I do. And if you guys don't know where to go, just go to techdaddyvideos.com. Take a look at the packages that I have, and under the packages, I do have one-on-one coaching that I do charge for. It is on my website at techdaddyvideos.com. If you have a question and you want to ask me something, feel free to give me a call at 626-225-3002. And you give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to answer your question. And if you want to get signed up, go ahead and just sign up, and we're glad to have you in. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, just good luck, everybody. And
all right. So we'll
thank you.
We will see you guys next Monday on the Amazon Q&A, as we do every Monday night. Feel free, and we will see you guys next Monday. And for those of you who are interested, feel free to give me a call. I will be here, and we will talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much. And thank you, Terry. Thank you, Steve, for coming on. I appreciate it. And thank you guys in the chat for asking the great questions. I appreciate that. And we will see you guys next time. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and it'll let you know when I'm on live. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. See ya.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me end. Hold on 1 second. Dun, dun, dun.
That went good.
Yeah.
I think it did. Yeah.
I think am I off? Can you see if I'm off or not?
I see
you are. Yeah.
I don't think it's recording.
Okay, so I did. Okay, I'm not sure because, oh, yes, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Nope, I'm still on. All right, guys. Guys, have a good one.